Hi guys, welcome back to the art channel and to the second part of the 10-page challenge with Jenny. If you have not seen the first video, it is up on my channel. I will put a card in the top of the video now and also in the description box. That first video will give you a little introduction of what the challenge is all about. I'll quickly discuss the colours that we chose, and it also includes the very first page that we made, which, by the way guys, is now available on Patreon as a digital download for you to print at home, totally free for all Patreon members. So pop on over there, follow me on Patreon and grab that download, as well as many more free stuff that I've got over there on Patreon. It's just an absolute ideal place to store files for you guys to download. Go and have a look and see what I've got over there, guys. Now back to the challenge. As we know, the 10-page challenge is for mixed media. And part of mixed media for me anyway, is a big part for me, is digital media and digital art, and that is why we're in my program Coral Paint Shop Pro 2019. I still use it quite a lot and I make lots of lovely art, and all my other digital downloads that you can get as well. I make printables for junk journals and scrapbooking and all sorts of things, again guys, over on Patreon. But you'll see most of the videos to do with my digital artwork on my channel here as well. Just a wee refresh. I can't even speak today, sorry. The colours you see on the screen in front of you, we've got the army green, the burgundy red, the light turquoise and yellow are the four colours that me and Jenny have chose for this challenge. I chose the green and the burgundy, and Jenny chose the turquoise and the yellow. Along with black and white and one metallic, those are the only colours we can use. So it's been quite difficult to interpret these colours into a bit of digital art. So yesterday, before I started recording this video, I went ahead and I made 22 6x6 300 DPI printables using those colours. And as you can see, we've got some yellows and burgundies, some greens and some turquoises. And then I also went ahead and made those into seamless tiles, which you can see at the bottom there. Seamless tiles are brilliant for using in programs like Paint Shop Pro and what's the other one, Photoshop, programs like that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to manipulate some of these. I'm not going to use all of them. I just went ahead and made like a different array to see which ones I like the best. And we're going to go ahead today and we're going to make 4 different papers. 2 of those papers will be quite heavily designed, so we won't have to manipulate them much after printing, and 2 of those papers are going to be a light design, so we'll be manipulating them further by using a different kind of mixed media after printing, which I'll probably show in a different video. So today's video is all about the digital side, and then the next one I'll be doing the mixed media on top of a couple of those printables. Printables? Yeah, printables, not principles. Oh, my mouth today is terrible. Okay, so this is one of the 6x6s. As you can see, it's very nice. It's got the burgundy, the yellows, and a bit of the pale turquoise in there. Some of this yellow has gone a bit dark, so I might not use it, but we do have the creamy looking yellow there. This is just for an example of what they look like. And again, with the seamless tile, you can flood fill a page, and it goes a little bit faded in areas, but you can like do a whole page like that. That's quite a big size, so you can just try and scale that down to maybe something a little bit smaller. Let's try 20. And you get like a full page like that. That is just an example, guys. I'm not going to do something as heavy as that for this challenge. I'm going to try and lighten it up a little bit and do some manipulation. I'm going to give you a quick example on how I make my digital papers for downloading. This example you see in front of you is an A4 size printable. I made it myself, I've aged it myself, I've put the lines and extra bits and pieces on all myself, and I use it as a blank template for transposing other images on, such as our lovely image like this. And that's what I've got, I think about 21 different versions of this that I make all my printables out of. And what I'm going to do is give you a quick demonstration on how I do it. Now for me, for this challenge is a little bit too dark, so we're going to adjust the brightness and contrast. Oh, maybe a bit too much. We do want a pale yellow though, so there's your pale yellow. And then we're going to add a layer. So if you don't know anything about digital art, guys, if you add things, think of it like a cake. You got your sponge, your jam, your cream, whatever, in layers. So that means whatever I put on here now, let's just give you an example. Edit, copy, edit, paste as new selection. I can paste that on there and think, oh my god, what have I done? I don't want all of that. So if I try to rub out the background, right, or erase, sorry, the background, it's not going to show on here. What I need to do, hang on, change the brush for start off. What I need to do is I just pick the top layer here, make that a little bit bigger so you can see what I'm doing, not that big, and I can start to erase the top layer, but it's not going to erase the bottom layer. Do you see what I mean? If I did it the other way around, or didn't have a layer, then this would start to erase, and we don't want that. We don't want our background to start to disappear. So that is why we use layers. And also, I'll give you another example. What we could do if we have the top layer on, we could then get something like maybe a picture tube, like our little cat. Put him in. That's not very big, is it? My little arty cat. Put him in there. You can see him on the background. But then if I turn on the top layer, you can only see half of him. Are you seeing how it's working? And that's how I manipulate images for my printables, guys. And of course, we can put that on the top layer as well. Hang on, that's not the top layer. That was the bottom layer. Put them on the top layer as well. And you can start to build up your layers and do different effects with different layers to make your papers and make your art and make your images. And that's how I do my papers. But I'm quite happy with that. I've rubbed out most of the burgundy, so it's like lovely pale yellow. I want to try and get some khaki green and or turquoise in it as well. So I'm just going to go into the colour palette and have a look, see where's some nice khaki green colour. Which one do I normally use? I think it's this one. And I'm going to put another layer on, so another layer to our cake. So whatever we rub out, it's not going to rub out the other layers. And let's try with these dabs. I quite like the dabs. That's, ooh, that's quite nice, but maybe a bit too prominent. Let's try and turn down the opacity a little bit. That's better, I think. What do you think, guys? Is that better? And we've got lots of different brushes we can use. I can also make some more brushes if I need to. I've got some nice little spotty things here that I also use quite often, and maybe put these at this side, just like that. I like that with the green. Now we need to try and get some maybe turquoise in it, or shall we not bother with the turquoise? What do you think? Shall we just try some now, and then we can decide when we've got it on there if we like it or not? This is the pale turquoise, I think. Let's try and just do you know what? I don't think I like the turquoise. I think just keeping it with the green, the yellow and the burgundy. I don't think the turquoise is going to do anything for us, guys. Just to prove it. Let's put some of those dabs in. I think it's going to be too much. It's going to take away. So yeah, I'm going to leave this one as done. I like that. You let me know in the comments if you like that. So we're going to class this now as page number 2. And of course, with all the pages that I create, guys, they will be available on Patreon, free to download for all members. And if you become a teeth in woman, you can become a free member. All you have to do is just click on free membership. You don't have to pay. And all these papers that I'm making for the challenge will be in Patreon. Page number 2, complete. And I wanted to do something vintage again, but I wanted it to be more retro and like really in your face hippie. Because I'm in that kind of mood today. So I've got one of my blank invoices. It's a lot of nonsense. Don't bother trying to read the writing because it's just nonsense, guys. I've diluted the colours and made it more of that pale turquoisey colour. And we're going to use this. Because I just love the way the burgundy and the turquoise have gone in together, and it's really retro and I love it. So we're going to start doing this as well and adding some of these. Look at how that's fitting into this paper. Look at that. Oh, that's amazing. Right then, let's crack on. Okay, this is a little bit dark and muted for my liking, so we're just going to adjust. I'm going to do Smart Photo Fix and see what happens. Oh, no, that's wrong. Layers. I've got the layers on. So what we need to do is merge and flatten all down. There we go, or flatten them all down, I should say. And now we're going to go into just Smart Photo Fix. And as you can see, the default settings have brightened it up a little bit, but I just want to go a little tad more colourful. I'm just going to eke a little bit more colour into it and a tiny bit brighter. Just like that. I think that's a lot better than this left-hand side one where it's very muted. Got some more colour popping in there, so we'll do that. You should change it for us, lovely. And now we're going to go in and do some different bits with spots and dabbies. I'm thinking some nice white, but again we don't want it to be too in your face. So we're going to do the opacity down at 60, that's good. Double check on the paintbrush. The opacity, or the size up. Where's my dabs? Where's my dabs? Actually, I've got one down here somewhere. Where is it? Not pony hair, lightning. Scattered flowers. I'm going to go for the scattered flowers. And quite big. Yep. And the opacity is at 60. I'm going to put some flowers just down there in the white. That should bring the focus out a little bit. Then we're going to go with our usual dabby dabs because I love my dabby dabs. Size. Hello. Come on in. I'll get back to you in a minute. Okie dokies, one visitor and a cup of tea later. This is where we got to, I think. Now I'm happy with that. You let me know in the comments, guys, if you like that. I just love the turquoises and the burgundies working together in that little invoice there. So I'm going to say that that is page number 3 complete. Yes, page number 3 complete. Of course, we don't have to go vintage looking papers. We can do something quite clean, something quite modern. Example here, I've got some very tiny little flowers. I'll just zoom in a little bit so you can see them. There we go, look at those tiny little flowers, and I've done that on all the pale turquoise. I thought that could be rather nice as one of our papers that we're going to do something extra on top with the other mixed media, whether that be watercolor paints, whether it's stenciling or acrylics or any other kind of mixed media, collaging maybe. I thought that would be ideal, so I'm going to save that one now as page number 3, and we're going to do the same with page number 4, and we're going to flood fill our A4 paper with another pattern. So let's have a look at, we can do gradients as well, guys. We've got some lovely gradients. Do we have something that fits our colours? Oh, we've got a blue and a yellow. Is that more of a turquoisey yellow, or is it it's more of a blue, isn't it? No, we can't really use that. It's not a turquoise. That was a shame. We could have used that. Let's have a look back into the patterns. Let's make these a little bit bigger. Let's set these to 50. Let's have a look down, clicky down. Canvas, bees, cracked paint, stripes. Okay, we haven't got any stripes, have we? Let's have some stripes in there. That's not what I wanted. Oh, I've done it in the wrong one. Okay, patterns, stripes. Everybody makes mistakes, guys. And it's not a very good day for me. I'm having fibro fog and all sorts. Okay, we've already got a turquoise paper, so let's change the colour of this one. Let's go for a colorize. Let's try and get this. I don't think we'll be able to get into a burgundy colour. Might get a yellow out of it. That's quite red. If we just increase the saturation, you'll see it's like a really red. Yeah, that's too red, isn't it? Let's have a look, see what we've got. Okay, nearly there, just a little bit brighter. Oh, bit too much. Oh, come on, fiddle, fiddle, fiddle. Maybe about there. I'm just going to bring the contrast up a little bit more. And then we'll sharpen it if we can. Adjust sharpness. We'll do a high pass sharpen. There we go. And you can't see it very well on here. I'll scooch in a little bit. But that is varying different shades of khaki in there. And we're going to call that page number 4. Of course, this will be then printed out, and we'll be adding mixed media on top again, whether it's watercolouring, screen printing, gel printing, whatever mixed media we decide to use. This is going to be page number 4 complete. Okay, so there we have the digital papers done with our 10-page challenge with Jenny. Brilliant, using those 4 colours. So let's have a quick look at them, shall we? This is from video number 1, and this is my decorated page of page 1. This is the page that I'm passing to Jenny, page 1. Then we have our lovely page 2 that might not need much doing to it after it's printed. This is now available on Patreon for you guys. And we have page 3. Again, shouldn't need too much manipulation after printing, and that is also now available on Patreon for you. Shut up going on about Patreon. Yeah, but it's, guys, seriously, it's the best place for me to upload files for you to download. I just keep trying to remind you that's the place to go. This will be printed off for me and Jenny, and then I will decorate it in a separate video. And this is page number 4, I believe, with the little flowers on. And then we have page number 5, which is our stripes, again, which will be printed off and manipulated further in another video. So we're cracking on. So in our next video, guys, it will be those 2 pages that will be doing something with the webcam. Thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying this series. I would love to do this challenge with anybody else out there who wants to do it as well. You don't have to do digital, you don't have to do watercolors. You can use whatever you want. Even if you just doodle on some newspaper with the colors, that is still a page that can be used in a project. You don't have to be fantastic at art. Slap a bit of paint on an old book page and that can be classed as a page as well. So join our Discord, guys. Let me know that you're interested in doing this challenge with me and we can take it up from there. Again, we've got the Discord, we've got the Patreon, we've got these videos and this channel. Everything to do with the 10-page challenge will be in those areas. Huge thanks to Kerry and for his videos, and for Darcy as well for coming up with this challenge. It's absolutely brilliant. I am so inspired. I am so looking forward to what happens next. Hope to see you soon, guys, in the next one. Take care.